tempted. Are you ready, Agrippina?
Yes.
Okay. So, did anyone have any thoughts or reflections after our session yesterday? That they were thinking, oh, I wish I had said this or this. I don't think so. No? No? Okay, so what I'm going to do is share with you what I worked on last night, which is coming up with your topic in one sentence, the coaching topic that we're going to work on together, why it's important to the team, and then what we call a current way. And we use a metaphor. How do you say metaphor in Swahili? It's like you're describing you're using one word to describe another. That sounds terrible. Anyway, let me not worry about it. You'll understand when we get there.
Is it mbadala?
Mbadala. Like instead of, or? Yeah, kind of. It's like it's not really a saying, but it's using, so like if I said, Joyce is like a tiger, sort of describing her as somebody who's very fierce. Yeah. Mtalewa nikisema. Yeah. So I'll share that. So your current way, how you currently are in the topic, and then we'll have a new way, which is what we'll be working towards. But we're not throwing away the current way, because the current way has been good to you. And then at the end I'll share development objectives, so what we're going to work on together, and a self-observation practice. So something you will do back at work to observe yourselves around your coaching topic. So I will share these by email afterwards, but some of you may want to write notes as we go along. And please, if you don't understand, just let me know. We'll find a way. So, in one sentence, your topic, your coaching topic, to be able to prioritize more collaborative working at Amani through communicating with each other with more confidence and building the skills of the team in a supportive way. So how does that, is that what we want to do? Prioritize more collaborative working through communicating with each other and having more confidence and building the skills of the team in a supportive way. Do you want me to say it again?
Can you say it again?
Yes. To be able to prioritize more collaborative working at Amani through communicating with each other, with more confidence, and building the skills of the team in a supportive way. So how does that sound? Is that what we want? Is that what we want to work on?
Yes.
To communicate with more confidence and build our skills so that we're working more collaboratively.
I think with me it's a yes, because it's highlight most important aspect of our priorities we discussed yesterday around working in collaboration, strengthening our understanding around the system and structure, improving communication, and being supportive to one another. So it's kind of bringing all the aspects that we prioritized yesterday.
Yeah, hopefully it's there. Jackson, what are you thinking?
Yes, just on top of what someone was saying, it more of going to build a bridge for the gaps that we are seeing that were existing in our team. So it's more of a good approach.
Yeah, so it's seeing the gaps and trying to bridge them. Okay, does anyone else want to say anything? Regina?
No, I wanted to say the same as someone else have said.
Okay.
Yeah, it covers everything. Yesterday we were struggling how to put it together so that
Sure.
we can touch every aspect. So I see everything is reflected.
Okay, well let me share why this is important to you. So this comes from what you shared yesterday. So you have situations at work where some communications is shared with some people and not with others, and you don't always follow the correct communication or reporting channels. Sometimes people prefer to report to the person who they think will take the action first, rather than the right person. In delegation, when an action is not done, the person delegating can perceive this as negligence or reluctance, and they may not want to trust that person to deliver the next time. People don't make it clear whether they are busy or not, and whether they could take on other tasks. People are not willing to say, no, I can't do this right now, because they're worried about being seen as unreliable. But often then the task doesn't get done. Some people think that there are people with skills who don't share them and don't build the capabilities of other staff members. So is there anything we need to add about why this topic is important? There was a notebook. I hope it's yours.
It is. It is. Thank you.
Great. So is there anything else we need to add of why this topic is important? Anything we've missed? It's captured. Yes. Okay, so let's go.
Did I miss it or is it included?
Which one?
I'm thinking of punctuality, being on time,
To come to work or delivering work?
delivering work.
Okay. So tell me more. There isn't punctuality.
Like if we agreed a certain workload need to be done in 3 days,
Yeah.
it might end up not being done in 3 days. Instead, it will take more time, like 6 or
Yeah.
5 days.
Okay. And what happens in that situation? Is the person who is supposed to do it in 3 days hiding?
Well, again, it's an issue of communication. They're not communicating that they have maybe another assignment,
Okay,
and they
yeah.
are not able to deliver
Yeah.
in the required time frame.
And the person who is not being punctual, are they hoping they can keep under the radar? You know, or keep quiet and nobody notices? Is that what happens?
Things
Yeah,
that I have another work,
yeah,
so not saying that truth, that's
Yeah.
why it causes delays.
yeah. Yeah, so that comes back to the communicating with each other with more confidence. So to be able to say, you want it in 3 days, but honestly, I can't get it to you until 6 days. And to hope that you won't have, well, if there's a conflict, you will have to, you'll have to be with the conflict. Okay, so let me share your current way, and so I'll talk a bit about it, and then you can see whether it resonates with you, whether it feels like, oh yes, that's us. So the current way is the way of the dedicated fisher folk, or fishermen, fisherwomen, people who fish. So the dedicated fisher folk. So as long as I go and do my work every day, so go out fishing every day, and bring in some fish, or do my work, without making a big issue, but just doing enough to get by, we will continue to do our work, and no one will see that we are not communicating well with other fisher folk, and we are not coordinating how we catch our fish for sustainability and the good of everyone. So that's what I mean by a metaphor, using the fisher folk to describe your team. So the way they go in the world is we try to get our work done without asking for help. We work for our communities. We do enough and we keep under the radar. We don't always follow the structures, we just communicate to get things done. We don't share what our issues are with other fisher folk or other colleagues. If we delegate our work to someone else, we are not sure if it will get done. So if they get to the end of the day, the questions they might ask themselves to know if they've had a good day, they might say, did we get the work done? And did we get the fish? Did we address the community's needs? Did I avoid any issues with the other staff or the other fisher folk? did the work get delayed again? So, does that sound like you and your team? Yeah, Agripina.
Sorry, when you're reading, I realized that I didn't call, I didn't share with others where to fish. I didn't understand that sentence what you mean.
Which one?
You didn't share with others on how to fish.
We don't share what our issues are.
No, the way you presented them. So it's like, it's been confusion to me.
The first bit?
The second.
Do you want me to say it again?
Yes.
Okay, so if your current way is the way of the dedicated fisher folk, so the way that the team sees the world, so the way that you are in the world is, as long as I go and do my work every day, so go out and fish every day and bring in some fish or do my work without making a big issue, but just doing enough to get by, we will continue to do our work, and no one will see that we are not communicating well with other fisher folk. So we're not communicating well in the team, and we're not coordinating how we catch our fish for sustainability and the good of everyone.
Yes.
So we're not coordinating how we work together for the good of the community.
I missed the understanding. I'm
Okay.
clear with the sentence.
Yes. Does it feel like you? With your office?
On the area of structure, you may repeat the sentence. Structure. Does it not follow the structure?
We don't follow, yes, we don't follow the structures, we communicate to get things done. So what I mean by that is, there are people you are supposed to report to, but sometimes you report to somebody else because you think they will help you get the work done.
Yeah, so my concern is, it's not that we are not following completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we are at some point we follow,
Yeah.
and some point we don't. So it's not completely.
Yeah, so maybe I should say sometimes we
Yes.
don't follow
Yeah.
the structures.
Yes.
We communicate with, I don't want to say the wrong people, but we communicate with other,
With channeling maybe.
yeah, with channels who we think will get things done,
Yes.
will help us, yeah, get things done.
It's like our concern is more to get the things done rather than following the proper
Yeah.
channel.
So that's, so, yeah, sorry, just to, if we bring it to the metaphor, so that's your fisher folk going to fish. They just want fish. It doesn't matter how they get
Doesn't
them.
matter how they get the
Yeah,
fish.
yeah. Yeah, Mary.
Yes, that that happens, you fear you raise work. If you give that person, you perform and you let give that person so that you can perform faster and quickly others. And then also for the side of fish, irrigation have been done. That we are not doing
Sure, yeah.
and delegation happens.
So sometimes if we delegate our work, it doesn't get done to someone else. We are not sure if it will get done. And what was the first point you made?
The first point which I say that fearing of that for the person who's maybe the subordinate.
Yeah.
When you give or she gives to that person, then you carry delays.
Yeah.
So the invasion it can happen that I can give this person or this staff to perform faster rather than giving that person.
Okay, so delegating to not the person you're supposed to delegate to because you want the work done. So then sometimes that person is overworked.
Yeah.
Elisa, what were you saying? What were you thinking? I saw you nodding.
Maybe I understood the metaphor in a different perspective. Like the folks go to fishing, and the fisher folks go fishing, that they do not tell the others. I'm not sure if I understood. So for me, what I perceived that is like you're going to work, and then you do what is on your desk, and like you just reach at work, you do what is on your desk, and just because you have it done, you're not mindful of the others. That's what I think I understood, and I'm not sure if I took it correctly, if I understood it correctly. We can clear.
Yeah, so that's the so the metaphor, remember there's the dedicated part to it. So it's not that people in the team are not dedicated and motivated. But what you said, I think, is what I took from yesterday. People come, they do their work, they want to get the work done. It's not very well coordinated, and the communication is not as good as it could be.
Yeah, and that's like that I was moving, just picturing.
Yeah.
Like I'll go at my desk, I'll do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Okay, so that's, yeah. So are we okay with that as a current way? The way of the dedicated fisher folk? It feels, so let's look at,
I think that's really what that. Is it look at picture?
is it?
Look at picture.
Metaphor.
Metaphor.
Lugha ya picture,
Yes.
language of picture.
So look at picture.
Picture ni nini? That's proper Swahili, not ile ya ni Kenya.
Look at picture is proper Swahili, but it's like you use another way of expressing something.
Yeah.
Some prejudice.
Here you can use another image or symbols or picturing something
Yeah,
while you mean
something else.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So it's seeing you. If you imagine we are fisher folk, we go fishing every day. I'm in my boat, you're in your boat. I need things for my family, you need things for your family. We're all doing it for the same community, but we're not doing it together. So that's the picture for how the team is working.
not often.
What?
It's not often. It's unless Unless there's something that needs to be coordinated,
Yeah,
then that's when it
comes together.
comes.
So it's not all bad, you know, dedicated fisherfolk, they're good people and they're doing good work. So we need to celebrate what it gives you. So I want to share with you what the way of the dedicated fisherfolk allows for, but also there are things that it stops you from doing. So it allows you to serve the community well. It allows you to get the work done, or, you know, catch the fish in whichever way is possible. It allows for good relationships with the community, and it allows for strong partnerships with government and donors. But what it closes down is working together in a coordinated way. So the team doesn't work so well together in a coordinated way. It closes down supporting each other by sharing skills and training staff. It closes down good communication using the right channels. It closes down trust in each other to get the work done. Everybody's doing their own work, you know, catching their own fish. And it closes down effective delegation that results in work not being done. But as somebody here said, you know, it's not all the time that this is happening, you know, but it's just you want to improve how you work together and how you communicate. So it's not that you never delegate effectively, or it's not that you never communicate or coordinate. It's just you want to do it more. And to be able to do it more, you need to practice more. So practice doing it. So how does that sound so far? Is that okay as a current way? Mary, you're really thinking. You are thinking. You look like you're thinking hard. No? 1.5?
It is very true what you have said, because when you mistrust someone, you make him or her to feel inferior.
Okay, yeah.
So anytime she or he can't approach you,
Yeah.
so she will find another way to talk, whether she had a bad mood or bad
Yeah.
situation. Let's say she can't be open.
Yeah.
Where she found difficult, or when she needs assistance from you.
Yeah.
So when she or him given some work and he not sure he was going to perform it in
Yeah.
timely, so she can use more time to search, to do work, in order to make sure that the work is done, rather than to face you directly.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. That's very honest about how it can be.
Not something. Yeah, I really saw it when I said it can cause some conflicts.
Yeah. Jackson, do you want to add anything? No, you're good to go?
Yes.
So you can see that, you know, the current way of the dedicated fisherfolk makes it difficult for you to work collaboratively. So we need to start building a new way that can be built on top of the current way. So are you ready for me to share the new way?
Yes.
So the new way could be the way of the confident, let me call call it this. Kilimanjaro Climbing Club. So the way of the confident Kilimanjaro Climbing Club. And the way that they see the world is, as long as we work together as a team with clear roles and responsibilities for the expedition, and with an agreement that we will help each other with our skills and communicate in a way that is clear and respectful, then we will get to the top of the mountain together. So the way they go in the world is they help each other, they are honest in their communications, they recognize everyone has something to offer to the team, they delegate, knowing that the other team member will do what is asked or explain if it is not possible. We know what we need to take with us up the mountain and what we need to leave behind. We all want to get to the top and we won't leave anyone behind. So if the way of the confident Kilimanjaro Club were to ask themselves at the end of the day if they had a good day, they might say, did we help our colleagues with skills we have that they need? Did we communicate well and with honesty? Did we give space to our colleagues to say what they can and can't do? Did we coordinate to work together without leaving anyone behind? And did we recognize the skills that everyone in the team has? So how does that sound to you as something to try and build and become? Agrippina, I can see you nodding, thinking.
I recognize that these two ways are different, the way you present. The first one was like, it's not direct. But this, the new way, is direct, very clear, and understandable.
Okay, yeah. So it's more direct, more clear, more understandable. But that's hopefully what we'll get. Do you think is it possible? Is it what you want? To work more in this way?
Yes.
Yeah? There's a lot of nodding on this side, not so much nodding from this side.
Idea from some.
Oh, it's okay. I think it's. I like the idea of a Kilimanjaro climbing club. That the team is supportive to each other. Then there is a clear division of role, who does what at what time. And then there is clear communication and people are given space to express whether they will be able to finish a certain task within a given time. There is also recognition and appreciation. And then we are able to reach somewhere together, rather than leaving others behind.
Yeah. Yeah, so really trying to support each other to get to the top of the mountain, because you can't do it alone. Anyone else want to say something?
So can there is very difficult to someone doesn't get understood, then there is a room to explain more.
Yeah.
So that we can use the same route with others.
Yeah. Great, yeah, that's a good addition. Okay, so let's look at what it gives you, what it will give you, or what it allows for. Smooth teamwork, where we trust each other to help and to deliver. As Sono said, clear roles and responsibilities. Communication that is honest and clear. People being able to say no. People being able to ask for help. Trusting that everyone in the team wants to get to the top of the mountain. And knowing that everyone in the team has something to offer. And I will share this with you as well on email. So,
Can you repeat the last sentence?
knowing that everyone in the team has something to offer. So you can see it's quite different from what the way of the dedicated fisher folk gives you. It gives you different things. And so we'll be building on top of the good things you have as the dedicated fisher folk, but we'll be working on this, trying to be more collaborative, to communicate better with each other, to trust each other more, to believe that everybody has something to offer. How does that sound to you, Jackson?
Sounds great. To start with the idea of the climbing up, just I was picturing it in my head. These are the people that they more focused to one objective, like the objective being to reach to the top.
Yeah.
But along the way, they have to pull each other to make sure that, despite the objective being reaching the top, but we make sure everyone reaches the top.
Yeah. Great, yeah. And you're making me think, sometimes on those things somebody might get left behind. And how do you support them to come with you? Regina?
As you were saying, I just see the clear light. There's a hope now for better future for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the things that should be done so as to achieve this.
Great. So you're already, what's your Enneagram, Regina?
2.
A 2, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're already ready, thinking about how can we do this, what's the best way. And for you as a 2, doing things together is like heaven. Yeah. Yeah.
And can I something?
Sure.
As our organization, we are transforming from the area we are to another new stage. Waswahili we have msemo unasema mgeni njoo mwenyeji apone. So I know by having this training capacity building among games, we are going to honor. So yeah, I think that's a really nice for us.
Tell me what it was. Mgeni?
Mgeni njoo mwenyeji apone.
Wacha waandike.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So it means, well, I'm going to translate it literally, so excuse me. So when the guest comes, the owner or the person gets better.
As you know that like things are normal, but if someone come and see you are cooperating well, doing mostly many programs, but you cannot study yourself or read yourself until someone comes and say, this you have to improve this side, this the way you be talking to him or talking to her, then you can learn or she can learn that you need to improve something.
That is true, but also you are the people who have the answers to your problems. You are the ones that yesterday said, this is what is happening at Amani, and this is what we want at Amani. We want to be more coordinated, we want to communicate better, we want to do delegation better, and you will know how you can do it. I am like the facilitator to help you get to, but the answers are here in this room. Then you just have to practice. So shall I share the development objectives? And as I've said a few times, I will share this. But to share skills with other staff members more consistently and openly to build their capabilities. So, and then the second one is to commit to communicating with each other with more clarity and honesty. And to receive communication with openness by listening actively. And then to delegate more effectively, that's the third one. And then to explore ways to appreciate and motivate staff to build a strong team. Yeah. To explore ways to appreciate and motivate staff to build a strong team. So hopefully, if we work on those 4, we will be more able to prioritize a collaborative way of working, where you'll be communicating better with each other and building the skills of each other. And we have 6 months to do it together. Because from here we'll go into online meetings. So does anyone have questions about those development objectives? Oh, we're okay? So and like I'll email you this, but I would need to share with you what we call a self-observation practice. So I don't want you to start thinking about Kilimanjaro and the climbing club. We need to stay focused on the dedicated fisher folk, to observe ourselves as we are. So I don't want you to change anything, just observe how you are in your way. And what that means is, like, if you can, so you'll be going back to work probably next week. What day? I don't know. What day is it today? Wednesday. Tuesday. And Thursday is a holiday in Tanzania?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's say from Monday, you start this observation. But are you traveling back on Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I want you to notice so in the way of the dedicated fisher folk, if somebody delegates something, but the task doesn't get done, or doesn't get done in a timely way. Or also notice when you as an individual or somebody else in the team doesn't use the right communication channel, doesn't go to the right person, goes to somebody else. And then also try and see if you can notice when staff members are not sharing their skills with other people. So I want you to try and see that even on a daily basis, see when it's happening. And then, I don't know, do you guys like journaling or writing or reflecting?
Yes.
You do? Some of you might do, some of you might not, but with these things, like somebody not delegating but the task not getting done, or not using the right communication channels, I want you to jot down, write down, where does it happen? So is it in the office, or is it when you're with a community, when does it happen? Does it happen at very stressful times, or just it happens all the time? Who? And I want you to think about how it makes you feel when these things happen. So if somebody's not following, the right ways, how do you feel yourself? And you can just write that down. And then there's a couple more questions here that, I would just want you to think about before we meet the next time. So if I send these to you, I'll probably send them on Thursday, so you'll have them for the beginning of next week. And then you can start.
Patients, as you say, we have to do daily. We can put in a chat form so that it will be easy to mark. It is transforming the communication, the problem, so we'll be marking the ways of selection, please, we are marking. So at the end of the week, then we can know how many errors occur in communication, how many errors occur in delegation, that will be simplified rather than putting right in the words.
So you do it your way,
Yeah.
because for you, I can see you like seeing things in a box. Somebody else might prefer to just write.
Okay.
So I think you have this notepad, if you can do it there, but make your box like you want to. If anybody else here wants to use Mary's template, then they can ask her. Ask Mary if you think it would be useful for you. But, you know, people do things differently, so let's allow everyone to do it their way. And also, your reflections are for you, and then when you come to the meeting, you decide what you want to share. But also, the more you share, the more we can move forward. So the less we hide things, the more we're able to see progress. Yeah. Great idea. For me, a box wouldn't work very well, but for you, it probably will work. And probably for people like Jackson, who like Excel. So the last thing we need to do at the end of this meeting is I need to give you the dates of when we're going to be meeting online. And then when you go back to your offices, you can check whether you can all attend. Ideally, everybody comes to every meeting. And that's why we give you the dates early. So let me get them, they're just on my phone. Okay, are we ready to hear?
Yeah, sure.
So the first one is May 21st. And the time,
That will be Wednesday.
yes, they're all on Wednesdays. Yeah, May 21st at 4 p.m.
4
Tanzania time. 4 till 5:30. I hope that's okay. I don't know what time you normally finish work.
We normally finish
Five.
around
5.
Except on Friday, which is
A bit earlier.
4, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So would it be okay if we do it till 5:30?
Yes.
Okay, because it's once every 3 weeks. So May the 21st, then June the 4th.
June?
4th?
4th June.
Yeah. Then July the 2nd.
Same time?
Yeah. All of them will be the same time. July 23rd is the
July
next.
2nd.
Yeah, July 2nd.
And then July
23rd. And the next one is August 13. And the next one is September the 3rd.
September.
3rd. And then I think the final one will be in October when we come together here. Yeah.
The calendar still not mine.
Yeah, it's during the celebration summit. I think you were given the dates. But if any of these are not working for you, you let me know. And I think when you signed the form,
at least.
did it say 48 hours before
No,
or
it's
something?
more than that.
More than that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so just to give notice if you can't make it, because it's not just us, Joyce also attends the sessions.
Essentials.
And she's based in Washington, in the
DC.
US. Yeah, so we'd have to coordinate with her.
So with the timing, well, it's good, I don't know, but if I can be excused, I have classes that start at 5.
At 5, every Wednesday, or every day. Yeah, so we'll have to, because I'm doing TENMET at 2 p.m. your time, so that's 2 to 3:30, then you would be 4 to 5:30. Let me see if they could move to 1 to 2:30, and then we could do 3 to 4:30. But then that's very early for Joyce.
Very early for Joyce.
Let me I'll talk to Joyce and see if we can do it. I know that she is, and she might be doing it. Joyce will try and change to 1 for you and 3 for you and 1 for TENMET, and then let's see. Yeah, that might be possible. I'll let you know. I'll email you all.
This is for the secondary school.
So let's finish off just with everyone can share one sentence on how the coaching has been for you so far.
Promising.
Oh, you can say a whole sentence, not just a word.
You say the word.
No, a sentence. You get a sentence. Promising
Yeah,
is not juicy enough.
It's giving us a doable dream to where we want to be as an organization, because we are delivering, but not the fullest that we are supposed to be delivering. So with the coaching, it will bring the improvement and then enable us to do more better and become more productive with evident impact into what we are doing.
Okay. But tell me how it's been for you. You. Not how it is for the organization. Lisa?
The coaching has been helpful. So for me, yeah, it's giving room to reflect. It's not just about the combat. Also, before you think of the rest, you reflect about yourself first. Yeah, so and it's giving hope from going on to the. I feel like now we are going to the shift. How we used to stay, how we used to practice things to the new.
Yeah. And also feel free to share things that maybe are not working for you. Agrippina.
To my side, the coaching was very positive to me. I see like it's help us how to be creative in things and how to things, not to blame the past.
Yeah.
Yes. This coaching is helped me to things to renovate in the past and to have the best new things and to have a new way of living. So it helped me a lot, and I guess it's going to help me a lot to my personal life, to the person who surrounded me. I guess I'm going to change a bit different from the previous. Thank you a lot.
Great, thank you.
So to me, the coaching has just unwrapped all the things that I would have thought they were normal in our day-to-day practices. Yet things tended to kind of pull us down or backward. So it just gave me a picture personally to reflect on myself and to better things as well as empowering others, because that's how the way the team works.
Thank you.
The coaching was so good, and so far so good. I liked one point you mentioned, clear communication, clear intention, and I use it in my any place I go, let's say in my family, in my workplace, and make sure that I have a good communication so as to break barriers. And if I have a thing to hand over, I make sure that I've done it well, so that to bridge the gap and collaborate with others when they need assistance.
Great, thank you. Mary.
Myself, doing things good, or the coaching which you provided to me. As I was practicing before, I was thinking that is a normal way of being looking like that. But due to the session which have been receiving here, told me now to work in different ways. Take as my work to empower others. In how to practice well, so that we can protect the turnover. If someone she practice well and you acquire him in the organization as an asset. So as myself, I will put on that side, I will be team, so that we because, you know, people in the office, they have different behavior, different confusion from their families. So, as I have been received this vital training, I know you have been
Okay.
so much.
One sentence, Regina. Mary added many.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
So for me, the coaching was wonderful. It gave me a new energy because it helped me to reflect from where I came from and how I'm going to proceed from now, especially when I look on the assignments that we are going to work on, the observation of the day-to-day precious activities that I'm on. So it's helped me to look future with the hope.
Well, thank you for giving me the chance to coach you. I'm really excited about what next. I can see that you all want to make some changes. Sometimes it's going to be difficult and we'll be challenged, all of us. But normally from those difficult moments is when we learn the most. So I'm looking forward to that, and let's keep ourselves, you're open to learning, so let's keep that going. Yeah, and the next time we meet, unfortunately, it won't be in the same room. Well, you might all be in the same, no, you will not be in the same room either, will you? No. It'll be online, yeah. Yeah.
From another end.
Exactly. Do you think you'll all be in one room, or will it? It's very unlikely. Yes, yeah. But anyway, it's fine. We're used to working online, so yeah, I look forward to seeing you then. But if you need any clarifications or anything you want to ask me before we leave here, you know, I'm here and very willing to talk more. Asante sana.
Pamoja sana.
Pamoja.
So maybe if you need passion more, you have to say thank you for her. Yes. Who can stand up?
Should I stand up too? Feels a bit funny sitting down.
So you can choose one passion that we are from Tanzania. In Tanzania, we have many economic activities which are going over there. So, as Mwanza is surrounded by Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria, we have many fishes, different types. So, the main activity from there are fishing. So, there is one song which we always sang those fishermen. It isn't in Kisukuma, but you hear the tone.
Okay.
That's a special one for you. So I'll be singing and we'll be singing. As we fish, we pull. Yes, we pull. Okay? Yes. Lokoria damile, damana sangara. Lokoria damile, damana sangara.
And one of the fishes are
Yeah.
The fishes are coming.
Yes, Thank you so much. Very good.
Kwa hiyo hicho kisima Kiswahili chake